Good day, everyone. So now we are here in Module 19, and for today, I'm going to tackle the cognitive development of primary schoolers. So it is the child begin to develop a sense of self-confidence and mastery of their learning. They are learning to read and write and can sound out simple words. They begin to reason and argue. They can perform simple addition and subtraction. So my objectives are should be able to describe the characteristic of children in the concrete operational stage, explain the importance of information processing skills and how they affect the child's cognitive development, and state the different cognitive milestone in primary schoolers. But before we will proceed, first we should need to know who is Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget, he is the foremost theorist on cognitive development. He was born in Switzerland in 1896. He began showing an interest in the natural science at a very early age. By age 11, he had already started his career as a researcher by writing a short paper on albino sparrow. According to Piaget, intelligence is the basic mechanism of ensuring balance in the relations between the person and environment. Everything that a person experiences is a continuous process of assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation is the process of using or transforming the environment so that it can be placed in pre-existing cognitive structures. Example of assimilation is when a child learns the word for dog, they start to call all four-legged animals dogs. Accommodation is the process of changing cognitive structures in order to accept something from the environment. Example is the schema for dog then gets modified to restrict it only certain four-legged. So, Piaget described four main periods in cognitive development. The four main periods in cognitive development are sensory motor intelligence, pre-operational thinking, concrete operational thinking, formal operational thinking. But for now, we are focusing on concrete operational thinking. Concrete operational stage is the third stage in Piaget's story of cognitive development. It spans from age 7 to approximately 11 years old. In this stage, children have better understanding of their thinking skills. Children begin to think logically about concrete events, but have difficulty understanding abstract or hypothetical concepts. Thus, most of them have a hard time in problem solving. The main goal at this stage is for a child to start working things out inside their head. Example, before when I was at this age, I always asking many questions my mother, but my mother can't answer it. Like I am curious, like why the ocean is color blue, not green. But now, when I grow up, I already know the answer that the ocean is color blue because it reflects to the sky. So the next is logic. Logic is the concrete operational thinkers. According to Piaget, can already make use of inductive logic. Inductive logic involves thinking from a specific experience to general principles, but at this stage, children have great difficulty in using deductive logic or beginning with general principles leading to a specific event. Example of inductive logic is in the summer there are ducks on our pond. Therefore, will bring ducks to our pond. And the deductive logic example is Dewey is a man, so therefore Dewey is a mortal. So, reversibility is one of the most important development in this stage is an understanding of reversibility or awareness that action can be reversed. An example of this being able to reverse the order of relationship between mental categories like 3 plus 4 equals 7, 4 minus 7 equals 3. So, and the another example is when the teacher asked Jacob, Jacob, do you have a brother? Jacob replied, yes. The teacher asked again, what is his name? And Jacob replied again, Matthew. The teacher asked again, does the Does Matthew have a brother? And Jacob replied, yes. So it means in this stage, the child develop his or her reversibility. He know how to answer the simple question kahit nabalik-balik ta rin pa ito ng guro. So, cognitive milestone, elementary age children encounter developmental milestone. This is the stage when they leave behind egocentric thinking and start to develop a more mature way of looking at things which greatly enhances children's problem-solving skills. Piaget called these process skills decentration. Decentration means it refers to the ability to consider multiple aspects of situation. Example, when my mother asked me to choose between the two lollipops, so I might choose based on how one flavor is better than the other, even though the other is the same size and color. So, the skill they learn are sequential manner, meaning they need to understand numbers before they can perform mathematical equation. Yes, before, when I was grade 1, my teacher teach me how to count. Dapat matuto tayong mag-count kung ano ang sunod sa number 1, like 1, 2, 3, 4, bago tayo mag mag-perform ng mathematical equation, dapat nating alamin ang numero para kung mag-perform or mag-solve tayo ng mathematical equation ay madali na lang natin itong masagutan at masolve. So, each milestone that develop is dependent upon the previous milestone they achieved. Young primary age children can do the following: can tell left to right, can able to speak and express themselves. In school, they share about themselves and their families. During play, they practice using the words and language they learn from school. They start to understand times and days. They enjoy rhymes, riddles, and jokes. Their attention span is longer. They can follow more involved stories. They are learning letters and words. By 6 most can read word or combination words. So, information processing skills. Several theories argue that, like the computer, the human is a system that can process information through the application of logical rules and strategies. They also believe that the mind receives information, perform an operation to change its form and content, stores and locate it, and generate responses from it. Processing skills is how individuals perceive, analyze, manipulate, use, and remember information. Information processing helps performers identify relevant cues via selective attention, therefore increasing movement reaction which lead ultimately to a successful outcome. It is another way of examining and understanding how children develop cognitively between the ages of 5 and 7. Children learn how to focus and use their cognitive abilities for specific purposes. For example, children learn to pay attention and memorize lists of words or facts, like they know or they learn English ng aso is dog and pusa is cat. So, the implement the implication to childcare, education, and parenting. This is important. So, parents, childcare providers, and teachers should be able to recognize this by helping children grow on their strengths and promote growth in their weaknesses, planning lessons that cater to multiple intelligences based on instructional objectives, encouraging children to museums, art exhibits, and historical landmarks to widen their perspective about the world and people. And the last is listening children's screen time and increasing their personal and face-to-face interaction. And that's all. Thank you for watching and also for listening.